put the fire out and ensure that nobody else is trapped.
Conditions unknown of the 4 people you rescued, or firefighters, or both?
The conditions unknown. I think they're stable, but I want to be absolutely certain. So right now, I'm gonna say they're unknown.
Do you know if it was burn related or smoke inhalation related?
I don't know at this time. I don't want to give you false information, so I don't know at this time.
Do you know what caused the fire?
No, not yet. We don't know what caused it. We're still actively trying to fight the fire. So of course, we can't get our fire investigators to investigate until we have the fire all the way out.
Talk a little bit about your approach when you're fighting a fire this high up. What your men and women are doing as they're trying to fight it specifically. How are they approaching?
Well, in the city of Birmingham, most of the fires we fight are residential fires. This fire is considered a high-rise. It has more than 5 or 6 floors in it. This particular fire is probably on the 7th floor, so it's a little different. It takes more manpower. Of course, it has multiple people that are housed in this particular structure, so we want to make sure everyone's out of the structure before we just start spraying water. So we can't just like we do traditionally and set up the big ladder and spray water on it, because we don't want to cause additional injuries. So it's a little more time-taking, more labor-intensive, but we're doing, I think the guys are doing a really good job, and we're just trying to go ahead and put it out and make sure there's no more injuries.
Just to be clear, is there any reason to believe anybody's still trapped in there?
We don't know at this time. This residence it's multiple people to stay in this actual residence here. It's a independent living home, so you have some people that are actually immobile. So we want to make sure that everybody is out.
So this is for elderly residents.
Elderly, it's independent living, so we got elderly. We have some people that are handicapped, so we just want to make sure that everybody is out.
Talk about the difficulty of conducting an evacuation of this scale when you have an independent but living situation like this.
It's very difficult. We had to make sure we have a list of the people that are immobile, so we have to get that list and make sure they're out and almost go room to room. So it's very difficult, but we are trained in high-rise firefighting. We don't do it a lot. It's one of those high risk type situations, so we're actively working right now.
This amount of smoke, what's the conditions like for your guys in there right now? I imagine they probably can't see past their hand if they go out front of it.
It's a very windy day, and this wind kind of makes the smoke a little more intense. So it is, like I said, most fires you're going to have a lot of smoke, so the guys are kind of used to it, but it's just one of them things where we're trying to make sure everyone is safe.
And are you all fighting from not only this side that we see here, but are you also fighting from the other side of the building?
The primary fire, from what I can see from the ground, is on this side.
Okay, so this is.
Do you know how many residents occupy this facility?
I don't have an exact count right now. Maybe when the follow-up, I can give you an exact number.
Was the entire building asked to get out for this?
We have some people we're actually sheltering in place. Sometimes when you have a fire that is more dangerous to evacuate than it is to stay, vice versa. So right now we do have some residents that are asked to shelter in place, because they do have what we call firewalls inside, and it withstands smoking fire for a certain period of time. But we are aware of the ones we ask them to kind of shelter in place. I don't have a number on that though.
And around what time did this call come in?
Approximately 45 minutes ago. I really, wasn't keeping up with the time too well, but about 45 minutes ago.
Captain Harrell, how big of an area is this? I mean, it looks like I see 3 windows up there right now that smoke coming out of. I mean, is that basically it, or does it go further back?
The actual square foot of the structure.
Yeah, of where the fire is right now.
I don't know. I don't know exactly, where the fire is with the origin. I hadn't, been in. But, I don't even want to speculate on where the fire actually is.
Talk, if you will, about the importance of time when fighting a fire like that, even if you have firewalls, because they can only withstand so much heat for so long. Talk about that, if you will.
The time is of the essence. I think right now our main concern is the smoke. It's real heavy. As you can see from outside the building, it's real heavy smoke conditions. So usually with these kind of fires, smoke is a problem. So the firewalls will, keep back the smoke for a good while, but the guys made the assessment, and it was just better for some people to actually shelter in place.
You guys rescued a resident? Was that a resident or a visitor?
We had 4 residents we rescued and 2 downed firefighters.
Down firefighters, what were their injuries from? Smoke inhalation?
We don't know at this time. You know, we're gonna. This kind of just a briefing, and like I said, still
Sure.
active scene. So I'm gonna get some more information, and I'll give you guys a follow up. Okay.
Thank
And
you.
just for clarity on the term, to say that you rescued 4 people, that means 4 people were hurt in some way.
They
this?
were trapped, so we rescued them out of. They were, I guess, a confined situation. They were confined by the fire.
Were any of those 4 hurt? Are they being checked out?
We don't know right now. I had to give you an update in a little while. So when I know information, that's all the information I have this time.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.
When do you think you'll be able to give us an update?